Hello, I hope this demonstration, Painting Rufus, will inspire you. I wanted to create a monochrome painting and I was inspired by this photo I took at the Canning River Eco Centre and by foxes I had seen near our home. I made this rough pencil study to help me plan the placement and to work out the balance of dark and light elements. I wanted a very simple background, and so I put in a log that he had just stepped over. My 16 by 12 inch canvas panel was prepared with an additional coat of oil primer. A few days later I put in this background. It allowed me to explore the range of darks and lights that were possible, to establish a horizon line and to hint at some bushes in the background. The next stage was to draw in an outline in thin paint. I used raw umber above the horizon line and white below. Rufus was placed more to the right and slightly larger than in the study, and I made his tail slightly longer and more level. It took me a couple of painting sessions to bring the painting to this level. I mixed ivory black in the darkest areas to ensure there would be no reflection from the bottom layer, and then went over these areas with pure violet. This was to avoid the dullness of black, to remain true to my intention of having a pure monochrome painting. By now some of the shadows below Rufus and the log had been established. I still needed to enhance the darks around his eyes and refine the shapes around his chest and jaw. In the final sessions I adjusted the shadows below the log and the highlights on Rufus that would indicate a small amount of light coming from the moon, high on the left. I softened the edges around most of his body, leaving hard edges just on his ears. His eye on the right and the areas around it needed careful placement of darks to show it receiving less light than the other eye. Once I was happy with the painting, I signed it and put it to one side to dry. The violet seems to take longer to dry. I hope you have enjoyed watching the progress of this oil painting. You can see more at my websites.